1975. The Darwin Reconstruction Commission is constituted to organise the redevelopment of Darwin in the wake of Cyclone Tracy. The $100 million Tarcoola to Alice Springs all-weather standard gauge railway line is commenced. A 3,238 square kilometre pastoral lease at Wattie Creek is handed over to the Gurindji tribe. Over 2,000 refugees arrived in Darwin from East Timor. And 2 senators representing the Northern Territory are elected to the Commonwealth Parliament for the first time, Senators Calder and Kilgareth. And overseas, Papua New Guinea becomes a fully independent nation.
Papua New Guinea is now independent. The constitution of the independent state of Papua New Guinea, under which all power rests with the people, is now in effect. We have at this point in time broken with our colonial past, and we now stand as an independent nation in our own right.
Papua New Guinea's first Governor-General, Sir John Guise. Early in 1975, Major General Sir Alan Stratton, who was placed in charge of the Darwin emergency, makes his last formal broadcast on the air to the people of Darwin.
There will be no more routine broadcasts from me. News will be put out to you. I will only come on the air if there's something that you ought to know. We have almost achieved the miracle that the world are talking about. We have got this city going again. The citizens of Darwin, and I'm going to ask at some time whether I can be considered, as a citizen of Darwin. The citizens of Darwin have got this town going in such a short space of time that really there's no need for me to make any broadcast.
In Europe, British Prime Minister Harold Wilson campaigned strongly for the United Kingdom to enter the European Economic Community.
A decisive day in the affairs of our people. Given a yes vote, it will be the day on which the British people at last give what they have not yet given, their consent to Europe. A historic day for us, for Europe, for the Commonwealth and for the world. And when all the other arguments die down, as this campaign comes to an end, arguments about food and jobs and trade and agriculture, and when the dust has finally settled on the whitening bones of a dead statistical argument, when all that happens, and even you are quiet, tomorrow's decision will be seen above all not just as a vote for those of voting age, but a vote about the future of our young people, our children, and those who come after them. Above all, about Britain's ability and strength to give a lead for their future, their world.
1975 also saw victory in Indochina with the fall of Saigon to North Vietnamese forces.
Here comes our chopper now, coming down, and any minute now we'll be starting to make a break for it, running across the tarmac. There's about 55 of us trying to get aboard. Everyone's cool and calm, just waiting for it to land. For the Americans with me, it's the last look at Vietnam. And any time now, it'll be the end of the American presence in Southeast Asia. As we flew over the last bit of coast at Vung Tau, there was the most incredible Dunkirk scene. Flotillas of ships steaming out towards sea, loaded with refugees. As we flew over them, we could see that they were tightly packed on the decks. Now, I lost count of the number of vessels involved, something like, I would have thought, 500.
It's late 1975, and the Governor-General, Sir John Kerr, is about to make a proclamation.
Governor-General of Australia, do by this my proclamation dissolve the Senate and the House of Representatives. Given under my hand and the Great Seal of Australia on the 11th of November 1975 by His Excellency's command, Malcolm Fraser, Prime Minister, John R. Kerr, Governor-General. God save the Queen.
Ladies and gentlemen, well may we say, God save the Queen. Because nothing will save the Governor-General. The proclamation which you have just heard read by the Governor-General's official secretary was countersigned Malcolm Fraser. Who will undoubtedly go down in Australian history from Remembrance Day 1975 as Kerr's Kerr.
Some of the top songs of 1975 were My Eyes Adored You by Frankie Valli, The Hustle from Van McCoy. Ben Campbell sang about the Rhinestone Cowboy, and this bright song from Captain and Tennille.